Looking for James. He's got it. Coming to the end of the third quarter. LeBron James, a shot at history. And there it is! LeBron stands alone!
What? Oh! It's Mr. Madness, baby. Marbury. Dick Jones. And now they call me Fire.
Okay, congratulations to LeBron James for passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the all-time points leader in the NBA. Man, I was saying yesterday that I could only imagine how electric the atmosphere was in that building. I remember being in San Francisco at the game when Barry Bonds broke the home run record, and the atmosphere was just electric. And it shouldn't really matter who your favorite player is or what you think in a GOAT debate. To be able to appreciate that moment and be able to appreciate greatness, I just think it's something that we're seeing that's just becoming lost. I mean, after last night, you really should have seen some of the extent that people were going to draw Jordan and Kobe comparisons and everything, really, instead of just appreciating the moment for what it was. It's like we can always have those debates and we can go into context of individual accomplishments, but sometimes you just really got to be able to fall back and appreciate the moment. And last night, it really brought me to this point when I think about a lot of great Black men, especially in the athletic form. It made me think, like, why do people hate great Black men? And so I got to thinking, it's not for the remedial reasons that we put out. You have LeBron James and they're like, oh, well, he's not a pure scorer.
What?
Or he whines to the officiating. He flops. He doesn't stay on one team. You think of other guys like Floyd Mayweather. Oh, he picks his fight. He doesn't fight this way. And then when he fights one way in another fight, it's like, oh, he should have did it like this. You even see it in the NFL with Black quarterbacks compared to probably other races of quarterbacks or just quarterbacks at the top of their game. Like, you just see it that the bar is always much higher for Black men to be accepted, appreciated, and acknowledged. And it's even more so now these days than I would say maybe 20 years ago or so. Even in regular society, you just take a Black man that's on top of his shit. He takes care of his kid. He goes to work. He runs a business. He does what he needs to, essentially. He stays out of jail. He's not in the streets. He's not ripping the clubs. And it's the same thing. He's painted into a box. Oh, he's a square. He's a lame. He's boring. He's this, and that. It's like the best of Black men in any aspect. It's always drawn scrutiny, even from our own. Countless guys that you could just pull examples of that are constantly, even though they're the top of their field, they're under constant scrutiny. And so it just makes me think, I'm like, okay, so why do people have such, and even with Black people especially, why do we have such a hatred for Black men? And I think the answer is simple. It's because greatness in certain Black men usually comes with intangibles that most people simply just do not have. And when you see people this great with this God-given ability almost seeming, certain people cannot help but to want to see these people humbled and put down on a level to where it's like, okay, see, because most people don't have the dedication, the work ethic, the grit and determination to be a LeBron James, a Floyd Mayweather, a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, or whoever. Most people don't possess what that takes inside. When these type of people see that, they don't want to believe that somebody could be that great because they don't see that in themselves in any facet of their lives. And so, I don't know, it's just something, and I wasn't trying to really keep people too long with this point, But it really made me think, because when I think of how accepted hating is now, you really just have to ask yourself why. It doesn't make any sense. I say this too before I get out of here. Humility is for the lesser. Grace is for the greater. So what I mean by that, being lesser is not necessarily bad, but the lesser should be humbled in the presence of greatness. Greatness shouldn't downplay or bring itself down in order to appease what is lesser, what is average, or what is mediocre. And that's the problem that we have in society, is no appreciation for greatness at all. And we actually expect greatness to humble themselves onto us who are the lesser. And it doesn't work like that. Biggest example is if Jesus came back, you're not going to ask the guy that can walk on water to humble himself to you who can barely fucking swim. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when I'm on here giving y'all that grease. Until next time, I'm out. Bah!
Lune.
Almighty.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work.
Stay on the caper for paper to get my scruples. And it's a money world, so I stack with me and my pupils. I establish your order, nobody gotta be sure for it. And you can do it legal or regal, getting that corporate. Real time, you don't grind, well that's unfortunate. Ain't nothing for a dreamer but sleep if you don't work for it. Shout out to the fellas that get it, and I don't mean robbing ladies with degrees that's actually working their dream job. Work now, play later, that's still a motto. When you handle biz, it's more joy when you popping bottles. Just some food for thought, though the truth can be hard to swallow. I lead by example, something really easy to follow. Trap me, if I were tired, I take off the ropes. They hoping to fall, I'm killing the hopes. As that's no part of a kid, they mean familiar, those that love me the most. Loving on me, I'ma so give it the ghost. Hit them so hard they compare it to dope. Taking the world, they grab a life by the throat.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero, yeah. Money work. De corazón, la plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón, yeah. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lune.
Almighty.